Asian poorer countries increases. Hello and welcome. This is OBN, Voice for the People. I'm Anwar Kali with the news. President of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, Dr. Mulata Shome, meets with the visiting President of Israel, Reverend Revelin. The two leaders discussed the means of enhancing relations and took up regional and international issues of common concern. President Dr. Mulata nodded that the visit was an expression of personal commitment of President Revelin to expand cooperation. The President also stressed the utmost interest to move the relationship of the two countries to a higher level, especially through the expanding bilateral trade and investment. He said Ethiopia is willing to strengthen its relations in science, technology, and culture. Israeli President Reverend Revelin stressed the significance of relations with Ethiopia. His visit is the first ever state visit by an Israeli president to Ethiopia. In our report. In 2016, Prime Minister of Israel Benjamin Netanyahu visited Ethiopia, and President of Israel visited the country this year. Of course, they do have a long time relationship, and it's historical, some 3,000 years back. Also, they do have that relation. It has been said in history. Head of the Oromia Government Communication Affairs Bureau, Dr. Nagari Lencho, said renewal of a mining license for Midrock Legadembi gold mines is mistake. He briefed OBN on the issue. Al-Kabawandimu tells us the details.
Head of Oromia Communication Affairs Bureau, Dr. Nagari Lencho, have briefed OBN for the criticism of the society over Midrock Gold Mining Factory, which is located at Legadembi Shakso of Guji Zone. Previously, OBN have reported the damage of the factory over Legadembi and its area residents. Dr. Nagari said that before the renewal of the factory's license, there should be an investigation over its renewal, but this did not take place, and the Ministry of Mineral, Petroleum and Natural Gas have renewed the license without fulfilling the said criteria.
Gafi ummata kana fi keessumaa immoo rakkoo faalama qilleensaa faalama naannooti wajjin wal qabatee.
The society is asking different questions regarding this factory, especially pollution is one, and there's a big question. Not only this, but also they interrogate on how to solve the problems which is created by the factory over residents around the factory. The ministry have renewed the license without discussing and inculcating different research and investigations on the issue, which is totally wrong and unacceptable.
Dr. Nagari also said the government do an awareness the harm on the society by both physically and psychologically, adding the society is asking for its right in getting benefit from the factory and compromises. Dr. Nagari also underscored that the regional government have no information about the renewal of the contract over the factory, and the renewed agreement will never take any step till it get an immediate solution.
We never allow anything which will hurt our society. Our society's question is fully right and supported by our regional government. The regional government also working on it.
Dr. Nagari also said the Oromia regional government will fully interested for the investment work in the region and will support for its success. But the investment should benefit the society, adding the society have to listen for its government and have to participate on how to solve the problem.
Our society will have to get aware of the unnecessary propagandas over the issue. Our regional government is working and asking the ministry to correct its mistake and fully answer the questions of the society at all.
Yeah, the area is bringing danger to residents of the community around there. Even people with disabilities are being born. And this middle company is owned by Saudi billionaire Sheikh Hussein Ali Al Amoudi, whose mother is an Ethiopian, in fact. Discussion that focuses on ways of transforming micro and small enterprises has been held in Bali town, or Bali Robe town of Bali zone, where Tamasgan Mulatu, our reporter, is there, that he reports it.
In connection with the 2018 transfer of small and micro enterprise to mid-level festival, which will take place in Robi town of Bale Zone, panel discussion was held. The panel discussion was organized by Madawalabu University. On the discussion, a research paper focused on challenges and opportunities of small and micro enterprises in Ethiopia was presented and discussed. The presented research paper reveals that the main challenge of small and micro enterprises to be successful is the problem of good governance, lack of commitment among organized users, market linkage, and finance was the main challenges. Participants of the panel discussion have raised various questions based on the presented paper. And relating with creating job opportunity for our youth, there are a big gap of problem of good governance. That is why our children are dying in the deserts. So we must work on that. If you take the problem of electricity, it is a great challenge. When unemployed users are organized in a certain job and started work there, they stop as soon as they started due to transformer and related problems. So it needs great attention. Director General of the Oromia Urban Job Creation and Food Security Agency, Awol Abdi, while chairing the panel, underscored that through strengthening the small-scale businesses, it would be realized the started economic revolution of Oromia. In solving the problem of unemployment, our work should be supported by research and scholars' advice. The elders' effort is also immense in this regard. If we do so, we can realize the started economic movement of our people. President of Madawalabu University, Dr. Abtamu Taka, for his part, noted that his university has been working with maximum effort in supporting the small and micro enterprises to be effective in their respective works. The current year Small and Micro Enterprise Transfer Festival would be celebrated under the theme, the victories we achieved in political arena we will realize in small and micro enterprises.
By the way, youth employment is the serious issue that the government is considering, and the Oromia state government has allocated about 6 billion birr to create job opportunity for youth. The Oromia Administration and Security Bureau announced that 150,000 displaced citizens have been returned to their homes, where out of 430,000 displaced citizens have been returned back due to the conflict that has been that happened between Oromia and the Ethiopian Somali regional state. Mukhtar Haji tells us the story.
The Awekachan district of Bale Zone is located at the border of Oromia and Ethiopia Somalia regional states. Due to the conflict occurred, the Oromo people in the district have displaced from their area, where dozens have been killed, according to citizens who have been returning back to their home.
At this place, 16 people have been killed during a conflict. Totally 80 were lost their life here. We were displaced and separated each other. Now we are coming back to our home.
The residents said, though they are happy with returning back to their home, there is a robbery of cattle still.
In the past night, our camels were robbed. And yesterday, 37 cats were taken away by the invaders. The security of this area is under question. The sense of enmity is escalated here. We live under fear condition. The government could not able to realize peace and security here properly.
According to Bale Zone Office of Disaster Management, out of 44,112 displaced citizens, 16,861 were returned to their home. Abraham Aile, head of the office, said lack of sustainable peace and security and infrastructure have tackled the returning of the displaced citizens to their home. Head of Bale Zone Administration and Security Office, Abdul Hakim Ali said, the home and pillars of the displaced citizens have occupied by Somali people.
Since 2017, disagreement between the two people, the places where our people were left have occupied by the Somali people. To solve the problem, we have been working with the National Defense Force.
Baisakuma Communication Affairs of the Oromia Administration and Security Bureau said contribution of elders and religious fathers in realizing peace and security is vital from both sides.
Our elders have been working seriously to restore peace and relationship between the people. Different public conferences have been undertaken by the two people to identify responsible bodies for the destruction happen. The reconciliation conference would continue up to districts and village level in the community.
Welcome back now to our international news. A new report by the World Health Organization, WHO, has found the gap of air quality between rich and poor countries is increasing steadily. The study, which was shared and released on Wednesday, said air quality in more affluent states is slowly getting better, while the air in poorer countries is still getting worse. WHO Director General Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus said in a statement, it is unacceptable that over 3 billion people, most of them women and children, are still breathing deadly smoke every day from using polluted stoves and fuels in their homes. The WHO estimated in total 90% of people around the world are breathing polluted air, which kills about 7 million annually. The health agency conducted its research by comparing the number of small particles in the air. These particles enter the lungs and cardiovascular system and can cause cancer, respiratory problems, and chronic obstructive pulmonary diseases. The vast majority of the deaths each year, more than 90%, occurred in low-income countries in Asia and Africa. Al Jazeera reported. Director General of WHO, Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, an Ethiopian elected last year. And what they said about the air pollution, very severe issue in the world. Thank you and have a good time. Up next comes Focus, discussing about the issue that Dr. Abiy Ahmed, Prime Minister of Ethiopia, discussed with the residents of Hawassa and South Asian nationalities and people there. Mohammed Nura brings that. Join him. Bye-bye.